So, before the video starts, I have a huge request to make. If you're enjoying the content or you want to support the channel, I would be very happy if you could consider subscribing, liking the video, leaving a comment and sharing it with a friend. This entire video comes from my own pocket money, as I do not earn enough money on YouTube to actually support myself, let alone make content like this. So this is something I take a huge gamble on, and even if it doesn't seem like it, liking, subscribing, and leaving comments does actually help my channel grow, reach further, and make more and bigger videos possible in the future. And, as always, thank you in advance for watching this video. I appreciate your support and you being here. But with that said, let's get straight into the video. So, this is going to be very different from my normal content, but welcome back to the channel. It is me, Milk, and I am going today do some pulling in Project Sekai with a little bit of a twist, as we're going to spend some real life money on the game to see what you can get for $100. Now, this is not my usual type of content, so I'm new to this. You're new to me doing this, and this video is going to be rather loosely scripted, or not scripted at all really, and also it's going to be very loosely edited, so I'm most likely going to have a bit of a stutter, I'm going to mix up words, and that's just kinda how it's going to be. You're going to see a bit of my charm that you don't see when I do edited content, as I will edit out all of the nice, kind bloopers I make where I just mess up an entire sentence in a row. But like I said, this video will be summoning to show you what you can get in Project Sekai if you decide to spend a lot of money. But to do this, we are not going to use the crystals I currently own, as I have not pre-purchased any crystals. Instead, we're going to go purchase some crystals for this video. So getting into the crystal store, we have a lot of different options, but first and foremost we're gonna check during our purchase info how many crystals I actually have that are my own, the ones we will not be using today. So we have 10,035 paid crystals and we have 57,525 free crystals. These I will put somewhere on the screen, editing Milk, put them on the screen somewhere where it fits. And we're gonna keep this in mind as we purchase some crystals for my account. So, since I've never done this before, or this type of video at all for that matter, I'm going to bring you guys with me as we actually buy these crystals. And like I said in the title, I promise that we're going to buy crystals for $100, but as you can see, there is no $100 package in Project Sekai. So we're gonna get crafty and buy a few different bundles. First, we're going to start with the brand new World Sale Crystal G that gives you 10,500 paid crystals and 1,800 free crystals that cost $80, which is a pretty hefty price, especially seeing how little you actually get. And this video is very much a do as I say, not as I do kind of video, because I don't think that any of these crystal bundles are worth it in Project Sekai. I actually think they are quite scammy. This is because they are such low value for how much you actually get for them, and we're going to showcase that low value once we get into the actual pulling of the video. Instead, when it comes to Project Sekai, I really think that you should go for some other options if you're going to become a dolphin. Of course, a whale, a real whale, will go for anything, really. Huh. So let's hope it has processed my purchase now, and we hope that we don't get that twice. But as long as it has processed my purchase, we have now purchased crystals for $80. So we need another 20. But where are we gonna get those $20, you might ask? We are going to buy another crystal bundle. So we're going to go back into the crystal shop and see if we can get them. Let's see. There we go. We now have 20,535 paid crystals. All right. So we're not quite at 100 yet. So we're gonna get another bundle. We are going to get the $14.99 bundle, which gives... No, wait. We have an actual bundle still. Where is it? There it is. We're gonna get the special bundle Crystal D, which is one of the base game bundles as well. And now you might be thinking, why are you getting a bundle that is $14.99 instead of getting a bundle that is actually $20? And one of these reasons is that it's $24, and this will be cheaper in my conversion rate. So I'm actually spending a little bit less money on my side, since I'm not paying in actual dollars. I am paying in my own currency, which is not a real currency, we all know this. So we're buying another bundle, and this bundle gave us 1800 paid crystals and 300 bonus crystals. And this is now going to disappear for me, because that was the last time I could use that bundle. But we're getting to the final part of this puzzle. We are going to get an actual high value bundle here. We're going to get the Colorful Plus Standard, which is a super great deal, especially the first time you buy any of these 3 tiers, Deluxe, Standard, or Basic. If you're going to become a dolphin, you are actually suggested from people who are way smarter than me with the crystal calculations that you should get at least one of each, even if you're going to become a basic member for long term at the end of your subscription for basic, standard, and deluxe during that initial halftime price. So let's go ahead and also buy the Colorful Plus Standard, so we get over that $100 illustrious tag that we were going for. Oh damn, I actually have to sign once more. So we're back in the game again. Let's see if we can claim our final piece of this $100 monster of a video. And by the way, for your knowledge, since I talked about the conversion rate of Project Sekai, this video actually cost me closer to $130 or $140 when it comes to my currency, as the conversion rate for Project Sekai in the Google Play Store is actually very, very high. I pay a lot more for most bundles than Americans do. There we go! Now we have our final amount with 22,335 paid crystals and 59,635 free crystals. So doing some quick math, we did get 12,300 paid crystals that we're going to use, and we got 2,110 free crystals. So to make that a bit more even, we're going to round it up to 3,000, so we can use it for a pull in a gacha at least, to make it a little bit more interesting. So I think we're heading over to the gachas now, and this is always exciting since we're getting to the 3rd anniversary. I have yet to claim my gifts though from 3rd anniversary, so let's claim our gifts. And here we also got some gifts from Colorful Plus, actually. Finishing the tutorial, ranking for Let's Study Hard, and we also got 2 brown skill up scores. We got 1,000 crystals, we got 3,000 free crystals, of course, and we got 1,102 for the Colorful Plus. And then we will get rewards each day from the Colorful Plus, and that's also why it's such a valuable deal with the Colorful Plus. Not only does the middle standard tier of Colorful Plus give you 20 energy and 20 autoplays, which is a godsend if you don't have a lot of time to actually play the game. But let's get into the gachas. That's what we're all here for, after all. So we have the premium gift gachas, which I am not going to pull from. I'm saying that right now. I don't really like the costumes for the premium paid gachas, and I don't particularly feel like I want any cards, especially seeing as these are not guaranteed. So I think we're starting with the memory select. Let's see if we get anything from this gacha as we pull. We did get a 4-star. That was not guaranteed actually. So let's see what we get. This is the permanent pull up until on a perch, I think, which is the event just before 2nd anniversary. So let's see, it should be in the middle. Let's also see if we get any of the new ones. Sadly, it is an Enna I already own. That sucks. Well, I also got the voucher, which we will use at the end of this video. Here's the interesting one though. What will we get from the pick list? So, I've actually not picked anything yet. I only own 2 of these cards. But we're gonna do some exclusion here because... So let's see what we get for our another 5,000 paid crystals. Ooh. So now we have spent 8,000 of those 12, meaning we only have 4,000 crystals left. Let's see who it is. This is the moment of truth, since this is such a interesting gacha. Ooh, it is... Ah, new Kaito! Is it the final one? We're going the loop. It is Airi. Ah? Not one of my favorite cards out of that roster, but I am not the one to complain. I'm very happy with that. I didn't have a limited Airi, by the way. So now is the question. We have 4,000 left. We could buy a crystal bundle. If we go back into the crystal shop, the dreaded crystal shop, there are some limited bundles that came out with the 3rd anniversary. We have the beginnings bundle, we have the bright bundle, and we have the brilliant bundle. And we only have 4,000 left now, since... No, actually, we have 5 left. So we can't buy the brilliant bundle. We could buy the bright bundle, and that would leave us with around 2,000 left, and then we could pull from the dream pick as well. So I think we're gonna pick up the bright bundle. And this is one of these cases where I'm gonna tell you, it is never worth it. This is not worth it. I'm doing this because the video. If you're not going to pull with paid crystals either way, they are very, very much not fulfilling what you pay for with what you get. Of course, it might look good with 1,000 wish pieces, but that's not even one mastery rank to a limited card. And of course, you do get 3,000 paid 3,000 free crystals in theory, because you get the gacha tickets, but they are free. They are not paid crystals, and paid crystals in a standard gacha has double value. Of course, that doesn't matter in a limited gacha since no pity bar, but still, it is quite expensive to pull from a gacha with paid crystals, so that's why I'm saying that these are very much not worth it, especially not if you could get 2 full pulls from a limited gacha instead of this, because you could do a limited pull on one gacha for 1,500 and then another one from another, doubling those tickets that you get in this. But I think since we have some crystals left, I think we're picking this one up. We'll get 10 pulls from the Dream Pick gacha, and we'll get some stamp vouchers, a cover card. Let's pick that one up. And that should now end up in our... Oh, is it directly to the inventory? Really? Let's Dream Pick. I haven't done this either. So we have a lot of cards to choose from, but I already know what I want. I'm going for Honami, which I missed during my Shiho run. And I think I'm going for Ichiga, who I think is the best card left on the roster, but I really can see why people love Miku, Rui, Toya. There's some really good fest cards, Shiho being one of my favorites, who I already have. I think this is what I love. So we have 10 pool tickets, so let's start with those. We're starting off very weak. This is 3,000 paid crystals after all, and we did not get a 4-star here. And it's not even a flip. Oh, very bad start. We did get a few new cards at least. That's nice to know. Let's do this with our final little extra bit of paid crystals that we have left. See if we can get a 4-star at least. Ooh, we did get a 4-star. Let's see what we get here. Do we get anyone on banner? That would be really cool. Ah, 2. And we start off with 1. Let's see who it is. Ah, Kaito. That is very pleasant. Ah, Minori. Okay, then I don't need to spark for either Minori or Kaito. Then it's most likely Ichika if we don't get her. Well, that was a really good pull. And that means that we're actually out of our crystals that we bought. That wasn't a lot now, was it? And that's kind of the thing. Buying crystals in Project Sekai is actually quite expensive. I know I don't like to put up other games because it feels cruel, especially when those games don't match Sekai, but in many other gacha games you do actually get a lot more for your money. The most simple example I can think of is Genshin, where you get almost 110 pulls for $100. In our case, we got 4 pulls. We got to pull from the memory select voucher. Sure, that one lets you pick out a 4-star. Not gonna deny that. We also got to do the limited pick list, which in all fairness is a very expensive gacha because you get to pick from limited cards that only are available during their limited gachas normally. But it's still not a lot to get to do 4 pulls for $100, especially when, in all fairness, our cards and costumes are a lot less to manage for Colorful Palette than Genshin's characters. So this is kinda why I tell you that do as I say, not as I do for this episode, because I really do think that you can spend your money in better places, even in Project Sekai, than buying raw crystal bundles. In the case of Project Sekai, if you really want to be a dolphin and get into actually buying things for the game, the absolute best thing you can buy is the Premium Mission Pass. It is the most value for the least amount of money. Getting 1,800 paid crystals for $20 is already a pretty decent deal, but 5,000 free crystals, if you're able to complete the entire Mission Pass, is actually quite fair. Of course, this requires you to finish the Mission Pass, which is what the Colorful Plus is for. In later ranks and late game, you of course get a lot less energy, and that means that it's harder, especially since you only get half points if you don't have Colorful Plus to finish the Premium Mission Pass. But the thing is, if you put the Premium Mission Pass and the Colorful Plus, you're paying $25 a month for a pretty decent deal at least. Sure, it's not the best deal in the business, but it's still a pretty okay deal, gacha games considered. So I was going to round this video off by actually doing the memory select voucher pull, so pick up my select voucher character, but the game decided that it would be funnier if it crashed and actually corrupted my recording of me picking up the memory select voucher character. As you can see here, I don't have a memory select voucher anymore, and who I picked was the One Small Trip Before a Big Journey's Ichika. That was our final part of this $100 video, and I feel kind of upset that the recording software decided to corrupt the entire file, meaning that I can't show you the actual animation for getting Ichika. But on the other hand, I still think you have an idea what happens when you get the Ichika. I can even show you the Ichika through the main menu, if the game doesn't loop the menu. We got Ichika, we put her in her new costume, which is a very cute costume, and we got her card in our training bar. So if we go in here, she should be right around here. And I can train her up and I can unlock her just as normal. I think everyone knows what getting a memory select voucher card is actually going to do. And that's kind of my point with this video. I hope that is kind of showcased what $100 get you. I've been rambling on and on about different values, what you should and should not do, But in the end, it is your money, your account, and your crystals. If you have the money and you want to buy some straight up crystal bundles, I would advise you going for the things such as the mission pass and the colorful plus first. But still, if you have the money and you want to spend it on Project Sekai, go for it. I just tell everyone to be responsible when buying crystals and other things in gacha games, since I don't want anyone to be spending money they do not have. And I am someone who spends a lot of money, this video showcased that, into the game, so, you know, do as I say, not as I do. But please, if you have the money and you do want to spend it in-game, buy the bundles that are really high value. Because I don't feel like the $100 I spent today are really indicative of what $100 should be worth in a gacha game. But that's just me. I just really wanted to showcase how much or how little you can get. If you're interested in becoming a dolphin or becoming a whale even though whales usually don't care about pricing, I could make a paid crystal guide / you wanna be a dolphin guide, where I talk about the actual like nitty-gritty about the value of the mission pass, the colorful plus, and why the crystal bundles don't live up to that value that the mission pass and the colorful plus has. But that's only if you're interested in it, so down in the comments, please tell me, would you want to see a paid crystal guide? I know a lot of people want to see a free-to-play crystal farming guide, which I am working on. There are some things I feel like are more high priority currently, such as the World Link guide. But yeah, I really do think that that's everything I kind of wanted to showcase with this video, as we have spent the $100 already, and it went by very fast. So, down in the comments, like I said, tell me, do you want to see a crystal guide? Do you think that the $100 was worth it? Would you spend $100 on the game? I really want to know what you guys think. But other than that, I really feel like we're done here. So don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, leave a like, and share this video with a friend. And with that, I will not keep you here any longer. Let's get out of here for the week.